today because, oh no, this is not acceptable. So that's our wedding. We were wedded in the woods.
Just as it should be.
Yes. So we came here today because this is my open mic birthplace. Even though it is not the first open mic I ever played at, it is the open mic that is dearest to my heart. And we're moving to Cortland on Saturday, so I felt like we really needed to be here. March, never ending. Touch my face again. Open my eyes to let in the light. Hoping to see a friend. Only in dreams will we meet again. Only in dreams from now. And it is a song that I wrote when I was in play in senior year of high school, and everybody in the play became extra close, but most of us were graduating and we went to different schools, and we knew that we'd never have that experience again, and so I wrote it about being extra sad about that being over.
And what do you think about Caffé Lena?
It's my open mic birthplace. I felt like I needed to come back before we left for Cortland. Because we went to Daily Grind last week, which is Dave's open mic birthplace, and so then we came here. This is my open mic birthplace.
Cool.
It's very important to me.
Definitely.
La 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 la. Only in dreams will we meet again. Only in dreams from now on. Never in life can you fill my heart. Now that much never-ending sky. March, never ending. Thank you.
Do you know some of your songs? Well, let me ask you this first. What is how would you describe your style?
Terrible question.
Uh-oh.
I hate that question because I don't know how to describe it without either describing it in a way that I don't want it to be seen, or in a way that's sort of pretentious. Like,
Okay.
We've been called folk, but we don't necessarily agree with that.
we've also been called slightly country.
Oh.
Which is
you had
not my
a
fault.
phase when you were writing very country-esque
Not
sort
my
of vocal
fault.
songs, but I feel like it's weird. Honestly, I think it's my fault. I think the djembe really makes it almost impossible to place it in a certain genre because it's
It's
just
djembe. What
it's
genre
a
is
different
djembe?
sound.
And besides,
Yeah.
like African drum group, which we're obviously not. We just say original acoustic music, which is exceptionally vague.
How many songs have you guys written together?
Together.
None.
Well, pretty much what happens is she writes the song, presents it to me, and then I start, like, when we're rehearsing it, if I hear something that I think would be really cool, I'll let her know, and then I sort of arrange it with her approval. I guess to an extent is basically what happens. What do you think?
It depends on the song.
Yeah, so sometimes
Once
like
Dave wrote like the last line of a song, and so then I decided
cool.
that it could be co-written, and on the album it would say Casey J. Chapman and Dave Shaver.
She wasn't sure how she was going to end it.
Dave likes to make them tricky though, and sometimes
I do like to make them tricky.
Then I sort of feel like every song shouldn't be tricky, so then I'm like, I don't know, I want it to become tricky. Maybe we should.
Once she came over to my house, this is like when we first met, and I wasn't allowed to speak to her for the first like half hour she was there because she had to write something that she had thought on the car ride over.
That was 4 to 6.
That was drowning.
Oh, it was drowning. I wrote part of that in the shower though.
Okay. On the wall in the shower?
No, I wrote it in my head.
You weren't drowning.
I wrote that right-handed.
Yeah.
Or left-handed.
You weren't drowning in the shower, right?
No. Like, I'm just there existing, and then there's a song, or there's like a line, and then sometimes it becomes a song, and sometimes it doesn't, and it's really difficult to explain. Some people are like, oh, nature inspires me, or I'm inspired by my relationships, and I'm like, I don't know. They're just sort of there. I'm just like poof, and then I have to write it down, because if I don't, it's like a compulsion. It's there, and I have to write it. It's very important. Gotta make me give myself a good talking to while up for you and on Honolulu, San Francisco, Ashtabula. Gotta have to leave it now, I know. But I see you in the sky above in the tall grass and the ones I love. You gotta make me lonesome when you go deep.
Do you find that if
Now Dave's asking me.
I don't know. I thought I was interviewing you.
Apparently he's interested.
I just had a question in my mind come up, and I realized it was a question I didn't know about you. Do you find that if you don't write a whole song right away, then it just fizzles out?
Well,
is it ever like a...
Wait, I think I should approve that question or deny it, being the interviewer. I approve. That is a good question.
All right.
Sometimes, because generally it's a whole song at once, but sometimes I get just the chorus and then I write the verses later. Sometimes I get just the verses and I write the chorus later. But I'm really bad at just sitting down and being like, I want to write a song about this. Like, most of my songs are not directly about an exact experience or even necessarily about something specific, but I sort of realize what they're about after. Or what I'm inspired by is not what they turn out to sound like they're about at all.
The meaning often changes over the years.
And people try to guess what they're about, and they're always wrong. Because they're not really about anything in particular.
Wet grass sidelines right beside the highway cars passing us by. Stars that we saw falling wherever your calling leads, there will be a sign.
How long have you guys been a band?
We have been a band for
3 years and almost a month.
Yeah, 3 years and 20 days, 21
Something
days.
like that. It's been a long time. Really.
Yeah, a long time. We both left school for music, and
Now we're just doing it.
now we're in love.
The end.
Aww.
Well, not the end. It continues.
I thought we
Okay.
weren't supposed to be in love in the band. Sorry.
We're not.
Sorry
No,
about
I
that.
hate you.
I messed up. For my stage name, even though we're married, my stage name is still
Casey
J.
Chapman.
Chapman. Not Casey Jean Chapman
Because
Shaver.
it's just a
which
bit
is my
like
actual
when you
name.
say Casey
That's a
Shaver and Dave
secret,
Shaver,
just for
it
this interview.
automatically just
You're
foreshadows
like, wow,
bad
they're
things.
that
People
they're that
stop
husband
listening to
and
you.
wife folk act.